Alrighty, you beautiful person. What's up? How you feeling? How you doing? All right? Everything's done? Everything good? I got some downloads for you, and I think you need to hear this. I really do. All right. Listen up. Your life is like a giant pot, a cauldron, if you will. Consider yourself the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm just kidding. You're not wicked at all. You're not a witch. But maybe you're in the West, right? So your life, everything that makes up your life is this giant pot. And everything that you do, all of your circumstances are an ingredient, right? So your relationship is an ingredient. Your friendships are an ingredient. Work is an ingredient. You know, how you spend your time is an ingredient. Where you live is an ingredient. You know, the car you have is an ingredient. You know, how much you sleep, an ingredient. How much you work out, an ingredient. All of it. Every single thing that you do is an ingredient. Some are stronger than others, right? If you do something once a year, right? Like visit a certain place, I don't know. And it's only for like a few minutes and it doesn't really mean much. You know, you might equate that to like, I don't know, throwing in one blueberry, right? Whereas something like a relationship, something like your family, something like work, something like, you know, volunteering, that might be something larger. That might be, you know, a bunch of chunks of chicken or something, or I don't know, a bunch of veggies, whatever, right? The idea is your life, this pot, the stew inside it, that dish, makes up your life. And it's made up of all these different parts of your life. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be many times that you are, you know, cooking up this delicious dish. Or it's at least one you think is going to be delicious. And then you throw in an ingredient, and then another one, and at some point you give it a taste test, and it's awful. It tastes terrible. What does that mean for your life? It means you are deeply upset. It means you are not happy with the way things are going. It means you are uncomfortable, you're angry, you're upset, you're disappointed. It means everything you've done up until this point has not worked, and you know you need something different. So then the next day comes and you restart the pot. You start something new. After you just tasted that deliciously gross dish, right? I say delicious. No, you thought it was delicious, but it was gross, right? After you taste that dish, you say, what's next? Are you going to remake that same one? Maybe. If you look at life, right, you probably will remake that same dish. That's the same as having something in your life, a set of circumstances in your life that piss you off, that make you upset, that make you uncomfortable, that make you sad, but you do absolutely nothing about it. And I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know there is a specific thing you're thinking about right now. Yep. And you know you have to change it, but you haven't. You haven't done it yet. And now here's the thing. Yeah, we threw in these ingredients, right? And it's this massive pot. But each of those ingredients are also made up of smaller ingredients. For example, let's take relationships, right? The relationship is going to be represented by the protein of this stew, right? Think about all the different ways you can vary a protein. It could be a different type of meat. It could be a different cut of meat, like this, like it could be beef, but a different part of beef, the cow, right? It could be the steak. It could be the liver. It could be a tongue, right? You could also change up the spices, sugar, salt, herbs, you know, all these different things. You can make it spicy. You can make it sweet. You can make it savory. You could have no spices at all. So even within this one thing, right, this one ingredient, you could have variety. You could change things up. Whether or not it's marinated, whether or not it's even seasoned, right? This is the same as whether or not you have a relationship, whether or not in your relationship, like, is it the right person, right? Is it the right cut of meat? Are you seasoning it the right way? Are you showing up the right way? Are you showing up in a way that you're proud of or that's for you? Or are you showing up in a way that's ultimately for you to win in the moment but lose later on, right? How are you setting up this ingredient? Are you making it as delicious as possible so that when you throw it into the big pot later on, it's actually good? Are you doing that? Chances are, if everything's like very disgusting, probably not. And here's the thing. Here is the thing. You may be asking, okay, fine. It doesn't taste good. What do I do? What do I do, Philip? What's next? I don't have the answer for you, but you do. So I don't want you to feel discouraged. What I do have is the right questions for you to ask so that you can find your own answers. When you find yourself in this position, first of all, ask yourself, are you committed to changing the recipe? Are you committed to changing something in your life? When I ask you, you have to change something, you know what you have to change, have you changed it yet? I'm asking you, have you changed that ingredient? Have you changed that method, that style, right? Have you roasted the food? Have you boiled it? Have you baked it? Have you left it to sit outside on the counter the whole day? Whatever it is. Have you changed something? If you haven't changed something, you're looking to change something, here's the thing. I guarantee you've wanted to change things in the past and then you've backed out on them. That usually means, it might not have been the right ingredient, but it was the right direction because it pointed to where you wanted to go. I think none of our desires are an accident. They're there on purpose. They're there for a reason. And while the desire itself may not be helpful, may not be important, what is important is the intention behind it. And specifically, the intention that goes towards, like, the best version of you, the higher you, right? It might be the one that you think, like, your team or God is sending you, the universe is sending you, right? Because ultimately, they want what's best for you. Like, your best self wants what's best for you. Because in order to get to your best self, you've got to do the thing. You have to change the ingredients now. Ask yourself, why did I want whatever I wanted? Right? Why did I want that change? What did I want that change to bring me? And focus on that. Because while our methods may not always be the best, we may not always choose the best things to do, we do often have really, really good intentions. We have very helpful intentions, ones that'll actually help us get into alignment with who we are and what we want. So, ask yourself the question. Ask it deeply now. What is it that I ultimately want with this change? And I say this change, but insert whatever change you have in mind. Is it your health, right? Do you want to start working out more? Do you want to eat healthier? Maybe it's your friendships or a relationship. Do you want to communicate more honestly, more openly? Do you want to cut someone out, right? Maybe it's work, right? Do you want to do more at work? Do you want to show up better? Do you want to quit? Whatever, right? You tell me. You tell me what you want to do. But when you figure that out, maybe that exact step, the first idea you had, isn't the best one. But the reason for wanting those things, that's the gold mine. That's what's going to get you there. Because what that ultimately does is it serves as a refinement tool for figuring it out. If you've ever used like Google or an AI or something, what you put in the search bar matters, right? If you're on Google and if you just type in food, a lot of food places are going to show up. But if you type in sushi in a 5-mile radius from me, it's going to give you a much clearer response for what you're looking for. If you type in the exact name of a place that you are looking for, it is going to give you that exact location. That's very different than if you just typed in food. By asking these questions of, why is it that you want what you want, you're ultimately becoming more specific in your search bar. You are becoming more specific in your prompts. And that's what we're trying to do. Because if not, if you're just a chef in a kitchen with a giant pot in front of you, you're just guessing with different ingredients. You're guessing with ingredients, with amounts, with styles of cooking, with all of the stuff, all of the methods, all of the things. I came up with all of this on a call earlier today, just in the heat of the moment, because I had a dear friend of mine telling me about how their life is going great, and slowly but surely they are introducing things back into their life that ultimately was exactly what they had before. And that's not a problem in itself, except what they had before led to them feeling quite terrible, to the point of crying multiple days in a row, feeling dejected, feeling lonely, feeling betrayed. And all I did was ask, will those ingredients give you a different result? You're cooking them in the same way. You're doing the same things. I'm not here to say anything that you're doing is right or wrong, because you know what's right for you. But what I am saying is that if you've tried this recipe before, why do you think it's going to change this time? What have you changed to make it different this time? Do something different this time. Change an ingredient. Change the way that you show up, the way that you think. Change something so that you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your energy. That stuff's precious. It's so important. It's so important for you to use your resources wisely because they're not infinite. They have a high limit. We can have a lot of time. And yet at the same time, at one point, we will reach our end. And it will be too late. And we will just be looking back, wondering, I wish I tried it this way. I wish I tried this recipe that way. I don't want you to be stuck there. I want you to do something now. Something different now. I'm not saying I want you to get it right now. I'm saying I want you to just try something different. And I'm trying to do it in a way that gives you just a little bit of direction, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of purpose. That's what I want for you. I love you. Yeah, you know what? I was going to keep going, but I'll leave it there. I will. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are strong. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart to your soul. What you want, you're allowed to have. Just know why you want it, okay? Until we meet again, just remember to always fill up with the love. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.